Hello, it's the Desolator. Welcome to a new episode. Today I'm going to show you some small changes that I've made around the base and bunker area. We're going to look at what the Sniffers are digging up and plant some of those seeds. And then I'm going to build a pumpkin and melon farm inside of a giant jack-o'-lantern. Welcome to Desolate the Air, episode number 26. So I've done some terraforming back here, mostly closing up holes. Made this little tiny pond. I might get around and put some dirt in it. Currently it's already muddy. I just can't see. Comes out of here. The big spruce tree is gone. And there's a tiny little cherry biome that I've built there. Get to that in a moment. I moved the animals around. This used to be the sheep pen. Now it's for the axolotls that I had sitting in my chest. Another bed is expanded somewhat to the surface. Cows have been moved too. And we come along here. You can see the sheep. That's where they ended up. Cows are here. With their barrel here hidden. I should take that mangrove down and put it somewhere else. There's our beacon from, actually a pair of beacons, the underground city, the ancient city. And I just have 3 trees and a bunch of petals so far. Oh. Things are coming along. I just wanted to tell you about some of the loot, or remind you of some of it. Oh, kitty. This is what we got out of the ancient city. That's pretty good. This is what we've got wandering around, including some more seeds. These are the trims. Tide, Sentry, Coast, Dune. Netherite upgrade. Note trim. Okay, there's none there. I went to so many nether fortresses. I went to 16. And out of that, 5 of them had practically no inside areas, which meant no chests. It was on the 17th fortress that I found this armor trim. I do not know what was up with the randomness, the RNG, because I managed to get 17 wither skeleton skulls out of the whole thing. And these are the emeralds that I've made from filling up all of the chests in the Sweet Berry Farm. So stonks indeed. It's just wow. Started setting out the basics of the floor plan. We're going to do a 9x9 farm. That means we can put an 11x11 structure on the outside. And I started by putting torches 11x11 up the hill. Then I put the pumpkins on top. And then I started putting in the 9. And we're going to dig out this hill in between. And it's going to look like a giant pumpkin stuck into the side of the hill. So let me get digging. I finished the digging and I started laying out the structure of the outside. This is what our pumpkin's going to look like. We're 11 high, which is the torches on the inside here. And if we climb around to the top, I might have to restructure the back a bit. We're a little flat here. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the smallest circle. So it's 5, 7, and then 11 in the front. I'm actually not sure about that math. Numbers are not my friend. So maybe you can figure out what yours should look like. Maybe you want yours to look a little different. I want it a little flatter on the front. It's okay to be round in the back because we don't really see it. And we're all set up inside. Then now we put in some of the machinery. And one of the things I'm going to do is actually go lower here. We want to go down 2. Put in rails. I'm going to take something like that. And this is where our rails are going to be on. To collect items at the bottom. Now, I'm probably going to do more than one layer, but maybe actually I won't. That sounds really decisive, but the thing is, when you play a lot on your world, the pumpkins and melons really add up. And if you don't have sufficient storage, then they start sitting around, then the lag starts in. So you really have to decide how many pumpkins and melons that you need for your world. So I may only do the 9 by 9. And I didn't have a real shovel, so back to punching dirt because I broke the other one with a little iron shovel. Okay. So this is going to be the layer our rails are on. So some of these I'm going to pull out to put redstone blocks. But if you don't have a lot of redstone, what you can simply do is put a redstone torch under any block that you want your powered rail to go on. Or you can even go with a cheaper alternative, which is to put levers. That way all you need is cobblestone and sticks. Just do this. Don't waste inventory space. And I made more than I needed, but you'll always get some use out of them. I think we should probably put them in the wall here. So our rails go on this set of stone bricks. Above that we'll have dirt. And because it's a 9 by 9, we only need one water source in the middle. We do that with a slab or a stair, and then waterlog it. Oops. And of course we're putting the stone brick here so that we don't accidentally dig into it at some later date. Feels like the sun's going down. Yep. Okay, so rails, and then the dirt goes on this level here. In fact, we can start putting a little bit of it in. You can break that torch out. Okay. Put one more dirt, then go. So I'm going to have a sleep and start in on the next bit. which is putting the rails down, which I won't bother showing you. We'll just come back when it's done. And then I'll put in the dirt and show you the water source and how to put down the pumpkins and melons, because there's going to be a specific pattern to it. Okay, I put down the dirt and I tilled the blocks that I want to put seeds on. And we're going to do it in a specific pattern. We're going to alternate between them. So we'll do melon. We want more of those. Pumpkin, melon, pumpkin. And then we keep doing that. This row has fewer, so that's why we end up with more melons in the end, hopefully. Because we have to craft 9 of them to get a melon, where the pumpkin is just immediately a full block. And you see I put a stair there, a mossy stone stair, and waterlogged it so that it doesn't run onto the tracks. Not that that's an issue anymore, but used to be. And we'll keep putting our seeds down. Yep, pumpkin. Uh-huh. It's a little weird sometimes. Like, well, I've got one next to the other, but it's on the diagonal, so it doesn't count. Now, they grow faster because they're switched. Now we have to put the observers on top of the seedlings. And you can see I've got a tiny little hitbox that's really weird to get at. You have to get used to where it is. Can't be too close to it. Okay, I'm going to try and put these observers in so they all point the same way. Doesn't really matter, I guess, but do it. Yep, tiny little hitboxes. Okay. Yes. Back again. Yeah, I had to do a little bit of terraforming here to hide part of the rails. And here's where we're going to go down to the collection system. Okay, back to our observers. Yes. Okay, over there. Okay. Oh. Well, at least we can't trample anything because we've got the observers in the way. Except for one thing, we're leaving a row missing. Because we were going for the closest ones. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this. And we're going to go underneath and we're going to place some of our pistons. And you have to stay under the block and hit the next block where you're going to place the piston at a specific angle. Otherwise they go sideways. Now if you don't have an elytra so that you can just hop underneath, you can use trapdoors. And they will put you into crawl mode. So I'm going to put in our pistons like this. Okay. And, oops, see we slipped out. Get back under. Yeah. There's no observer here, because we skipped that row. Let's do something about that. Okay, hitbox. Yep. Alright. Let's never mind the pattern. Oh, there's a hole there. Teeny hitbox. Okay. Yep. This is a bit of a waste, these 4 spaces with nothing in. Okay, hopefully we can have a better time putting the rest of these pistons in. There'll be less gaps for us to stand up in. Okay. This one feels like a bit of a stretch, but that went in alright. It's also entirely possible that they made it a little bit easier. It used to be really hard to get them in right. And all of a sudden it wasn't. Okay, we're getting there. Not many left to go. Uh-huh. One more? Yep. Okay. Now we go up top. Here's our water. I had to make some bricks. Okay. Under? Yes. Yes. Okay. We could leave that block there, but we don't need to. Alright. Go up top. You have to put a block on every observer. Oops. Okay. Put one there too. Okay. That's all of them covered. Now what we need to do is put redstone in each of these spaces. So, I'm gonna have to go get some of that. And we also don't want pumpkin and melon pieces to fly out to the side. Yep. These could be pumpkins, but I kind of ran out, which is also why there's gaps in the outside structure. Okay, and that is all the functional bits of the farm ready, once we get the redstone in. Okay, let's go. I forgot to mention something, or do something even. You need lights. That helps the pumpkins and melons grow. And something else, you see the pistons go? That's because every time there's an update to a stem, the observer sees it and fires a piston. So what you can do rather than wait is bone meal the stems. You see I'm getting stamped into the ground. Oh, and that grew a pumpkin or a melon already. So did that one. You can let them grow or you can bone meal them. Go until I'm out. Hitboxes are not always where you expect them to be. There, yep. Alright. The rest can grow on their own. These should maybe be pumpkins, but we'll do that when we have more pumpkins. And of course the shrimlights have to stay where they are. And we put red dust everywhere so that all the pistons go off. because the observer powers the block above it, which triggers all of the redstone around it. And I put a double warped trapdoor like I did with the berry farm. And we have a little viewing spot here that's out of the way of the track. And you see we're already 12 melon slices in. As I said, this thing will produce. And then of course you can turn the melon slices into glistering melons if you want. Or you can make them into melon blocks and trade them along with the pumpkins to a bunch of farmers. Which means at some point we are going to breed up some villagers and make them farmers. But that'll be for another day. Okay. I'll show you the completed design of the outside once I have a lot more pumpkins. We're out here with our two Sniffers. They've been at it a while, digging up the dirt. Oh, gonna get one now. Come on, you can find on. Maybe. Yes. Okay. Oh. Dug up something. Aha. It is a Pitcherpod. Now, it took some doing because of the funny shape I made the fence. But we have a little rail system down here. And rather than a proper collection system, there's just a hopper that it runs over before it hits that wall back there. And the zombie flesh. Okay. I can't tell you how long they've been at it, because I don't know. I've been building other things. But we're making the seeds. Dark flowers is the other one, if you didn't know. Oh, yeah. And I made this. I had to duplicate the smithing template again for the netherite so that we could have silk touch, because the other one has fortune. And it's called Darkness Thief because it's going to get used in the ancient cities. I'll mine up the triggers with it. Hey. So it took long for the day to go by. So I did some cleaning up down here between episodes. That's pretty much unchanged. There's just a lot of brick here. And it looks like our potatoes are stuck again. Too many. It was all the way up there. Not really anything useful up there yet. This is into the caves, where some of the curse fruit is still there. I left these two as a display. Still have to work with our allays here. Move some of these potatoes. Bad way to move them out. Start at the top. Okay, there are so many potatoes. Okay, that'll get the cart going at least. And then, yeah, all the way up to the ceiling there. I left that dripstone. This looked interesting. Now here's our stairs down to the actual slime farm. And this goes down to the deep slate level. And this is all just really plain stone as we head down to the ancient city. And this is the branch off to the Amethyst Geode. So it took a while to clean this up, but it's just like placing blocks, so it wasn't really anything worth putting in a video, I didn't think. What was that? I thought I seen them in LA on the outside. That can't be. Might have been the minecart. Oof. This is going to be a tunnel I'm working on next. This goes to get to the actual storage for the slime farm. And then if we go... Nope, that hasn't changed. I also have to work on this area, which goes up to our turtles. And there's a turtle sticking through the door. Yeah. So let's get on to something different. Well, we're not going to do something exactly different. Use this new hoe. And you see I've hidden water underneath. Let's alternate. Okay, we got the achievement. Okay. That's what they look like. Oh, this one's already grown. This is what they look like when they're not grown. Okay, second stage. Well, second stage of growth. Final stage, apparently. First, second, third, fourth. Okay, first stage, second stage. Those only take 2 stages. I did not know that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. I'm not going to leave them here. I just wanted to show them off. So I'm standing on the back porch of the house, and I've finished up the decoration for the outside of the Pumpkin and Melon farm. It looks even better at night. And the monsters are starting to roam. We're going to ignore them. Although that skeleton may be an issue. Okay. Check our collection system. Now I cleaned some of the melons up because they really accumulate after a while. And there's where we're at so far. And we're going to need farmers to trade all these with. That's going to end today's episode. I hope you had fun. I did. If you did have fun, please click the like button. If you want to stay in touch here on YouTube, click the subscribe button. To get notifications of when I release a new video, click the bell next to the subscribe button. If you want to hang out with me, you can join me on my Discord. The link is in the description below. I also stream with Twitch, playing Minecraft, Minecraft Dungeons, and Minecraft Legends, depending on the night. And if you'd like to support me, I have a Patreon. And when you pledge at a certain level, you can join me on a vanilla server that I'm running for Patreon members. And if you go at a higher level, there is a modded server that I will begin for people on the Patreon at that level. And that's in the description as well. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.